that new whip. Hey, who's that do drip?
And we're live.
Welcome to Bet Records, where we talk about hot topics, ideas, and all the shit you really want to hear.
And we're live. The studio is kind of light at the moment. Yeah. So currently, me and the J-Cat. We're going to get it kicked off here a little bit early on the early side. The early morning show. J-Cat, how you doing today?
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah, no, I almost fell asleep waiting earlier too, and you know, we're just gonna pitter patter and get right at it. There's some cool stuff going on. First of all, how was your experience this last weekend? I don't know if you want to tell everybody what you did.
Man, it was fun. I went to Tom Brady's return to New England, Patriots versus Buccaneers, and wow, that's a game I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It kind of gave me, walking into the stadium, the vibes. So I've been to 2 Super Bowls, and just the energy I felt going into that stadium didn't even compare to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, it was that special.
Was everybody just super amped? I think you said to me, like, what was it, like half hour, an hour before the game, the stadium was already like half full or something like that?
2 hours before the game.
Really? When did you get there?
An hour 45.
Really? And it was already like half full?
Yeah, like the players weren't even warming up in their gear yet.
Really?
Yeah. Except for like the kickers and punters.
Jeepers, dude. That is crazy. Because every game I've ever been to, it's literally, it looks like almost like a dead crowd up until about like 30 to 20 minutes before the game.
Yeah. While I was in my seat, I was bored. So I peered over at the tunnel.
Yeah.
And I saw the Sunday Night Football crew, and I saw some openings. I was like, you know what? I'll take a walk over there. Ran into my old hockey teammate from high school. Saw him. I was like, hey, want to follow me? I'm going to the Sunday Night Football crew. And he's like, yeah, sure. So we get there. We lean over the balcony. We see Drew Brees, Tony Dungy, and Booger McFarlane.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Those guys.
Booger McFarlane. Who the fuck is that?
He was like the guy on the sideline cameras or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Weird guy.
Yeah, sure.
And so some of the fans, we were kind of chirping them a little bit. I forget what we were saying, but then all of a sudden the crowd started erupting, and I take a look up. Brady runs out of the tunnel with Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah,
and
whack.
He's running over the whole stadium, just exploding in cheers. And then Brady does his signature, like when he gets to the end zone, like that.
Yeah.
Like the fist pump in the air. Let's go!
Yep.
The crowd exploded when he did that.
Yeah. Was everybody... So, I know a lot of people were wondering, like, if people cheered for him. Obviously, like... So, in watching the game, like, from my TV, it looked like, at that point, the people were cheering. But then, over the commentators were saying a lot of people were changed heart. They were kind of booing him throughout the game and booing the Bucs. Obviously, it's home team pride or whatever, but... a lot of people anticipated people cheering. Did that actually happen, or once the game started, was it all Patriots?
It was back and forth.
Okay.
Some people would cheer, some people would boo. There were a couple times where boos just rained down. I was like, what are you people doing?
Just booing, just a boo.
And I tell you, I saw so many people with the half Patriots, half Bucks Brady jersey, and I wanted to kick them in the balls for wearing a jersey like that.
Especially from being from the Patriots and being at Gillette Stadium and all that.
At that point, you should just tattoo bandwagon on your forehead. Like, I can't even fathom.
Just a Brady bandwagon train. I heard you told me, didn't Mac Jones' jersey sell out? Was it at the stadium or?
Yeah, I went to the stadium, so I didn't bring home my Tom Brady jersey on purpose because I was like I want to get like the new jerseys because they look nice, and I was like, who do I want? The only guy that really makes sense is Mac because I knew Gilmore was going to get traded.
Yeah.
And then...
Which we got, obviously, news about that later in, but...
there were a lot of Edelman jerseys, but I want a retired player's jersey. And there was some Damian Harris's, Nelson Aguilar's.
I'm sure it's probably Malcolm Butler. I'm sure they still sell his.
No, they don't.
Oh, really? They don't sell his at all anymore, huh?
Nope.
Wow.
So... I didn't get a jersey because of that.
Then they're completely... Did you ask if they had some, like, any of the other stores or anything?
They had them in kid sizes.
That's it? Really?
That's it.
How many... Did you ask how many they stock usually?
No.
I'm sure. But that's crazy. With Mac Jones' performance, though, I mean, that kid... I'll give him it because going into the game, I'm sure he was sweating balls. Like, you're literally the guy's replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure he was nervous, but I mean, he played a hell of a game.
He really did.
Some of those throws were just, I mean, we hadn't seen that out of him up until this game. And a lot of people kind of anticipated that it'd be like that just because he's a rookie and all that he'd obviously have to warm into the offense. But, I mean, he made some throws that I haven't seen any of the other rookie quarterbacks make.
Yeah, I'm really high on him right now. I can see potential in him.
Sure.
Very much.
Looking, keeping on the football topic, going forward, how do you think the Patriots are going to end this season, just based on where they're at now versus the rest, just based on what you've seen so far?
I don't know, to be honest.
Do you think they're a playoff team in the current situation after trading Gilmore?
I have no idea how to answer that question.
Or I guess they didn't really
because
trade
you know me,
Gilmore,
I'm not
but-
really that big of a football fan as I used to be.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys all know me. I'm the MMA guy, the fight
MMA,
game guy.
Unfortunately, we don't got any of those coming up anytime
but-
real soon.
Yeah, but we missed a good pay-per-view, or we haven't talked about the pay-per-view.
Which one?
The last one.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We missed last week.
So,
yeah.
what I want to talk about is not what happened, like the fights in the pay-per-view, but I want to talk about what happened the next day on Twitter.
Okay.
So, great night of fights. Volkanovski defends his title against Brian Ortega, and a tweet goes out from Oscar De La Hoya, and here's the tweet. Hey, at Alex Volkanovski, you just won a brutal battle for the UFC and made 1/20th of what you're worth. At Dana White, have some fucking respect for yourself and these fighters and pay these warriors what they deserve. Dana White claps back with, shut the fuck up, you crackhead, faking that you had COVID and robbing me of watching you get knocked the fuck out by at Vitor Belfort. You should win an
Jesus.
Academy Award for your hospital performance.
Oh, my gosh.
See, this is my favorite beef online
The Dana
and
White
just in
stuff?
any sport. No, with De La Hoya. Because De La Hoya is an idiot.
Yeah.
He just runs his mouth at Dana White about, oh, you don't pay your fighters, this and that.
How much do these fighters actually make? Like, how much do you think... Do you know how much Volkanovski made off this fight?
He made like $800,000.
For that fight?
That's what I saw online. Like, they can... Dana did a press conference about this a week ago, and he said there's nothing binding these people. They can tell you how much they make.
Yeah.
But a little history about the De La Hoya Dana White beef is back in 2017, him and Dana White were cool, but then Dana White put on and started promoting the Mayweather versus McGregor fight.
Yeah.
And De La Hoya went around the world, tours, promoting people, saying, do not watch this fight. This is a disgrace to boxing. The event ends, De La Hoya tweets out, he's like, now I want to fight Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
So Mayweather versus McGregor is a disgrace to boxing, but you versus Conor McGregor isn't.
In boxing, yeah.
And so then he goes on ESPN to talk about Dana White and say how horribly he treats his fighters. He was talking like, oh, Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, like these guys are legends and they got treated like absolute shit. So De La Hoya, for the first time ever, does his own MMA promotion. And it's a trilogy of Tito Ortiz versus Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell's 50 years old now. Tito Ortiz is 44.
Yeah.
Neither of these guys have any business being in the octagon.
No, not at all.
Chuck gets knocked out, unconscious. It was bad.
Oh.
And then Dana White did this whole phone call with everybody saying that, here's what happened. He's saying that I didn't pay his fighters.
Yeah.
And then he breaks down the card. So here's how the card went. 2 of the fights on the card were amateur fights, which means they did not get paid jack shit.
Okay.
12 of the professional fighters on the card made less than 3 and 3. And there were some other people who made 1,000 and 1,000.
Really? That's pretty bad, dude.
Liddell got 250,000 compared to Tito Ortiz getting 200,000. And you're telling me Dana doesn't pay his fighters?
Yeah, for the headline fight, yeah. Especially if the Volkanovski stat is true and he's making... If he made $800,000 off that... Well, so that's the question. If he's making that much off the fight, how much is whatchamacallit, what's his name? How am I already blanking on his name? I literally watched the fight.
Who?
Who he fought? Volkanovski.
Ortega?
Ortega. How much did he make?
That I don't know. I haven't found that online yet.
Do you think for losing, do you think he made half?
$500,000?
No, half of what Volkanovski made by winning.
Depends, really. Like, I don't get people saying they're just like, he's getting paid 1/20th of what he's worth. He almost made $1 million.
Yeah.
How can he be upset about
$1 million
that?
For what? Half an hour worth of work. I mean, yeah, granted he, there's a lot of preparation that goes into these fights, and they spend a lot on training and getting cut weight and food and all this other stuff. But I mean, $800,000 for one night.
So
that's stupid money, dude. That's more than some people make in their lifetime.
So Dana came out with the stat right after the Twitter war. He shows up to the Contender Series. At the press conference, he has like a file with him, and he waits for someone to ask him about De La Hoya. They say it, and he's like, "Are we doing this right now?" The reporter's just like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Okay." He pulls out files, and he's like, "Okay." So here. He had 30 copies of a piece of paper, and he handed them out to the reporters, and he's like, "Okay, I want everybody to look at this paper that I just passed around." In quotes, he says, "This is a Golden Boy Promotions boxing pay-per-view that this dickhead put on."
On payment? Like how much they get paid and all that?
Yeah. The entire card got $35,000. Everybody. Alexander Volkanovski got paid more to wear his Venom fight kit in his walkout than De La Hoya paid the entire fucking card.
Yeah.
What is this idiot talking about?
Yeah. It's just obnoxious. Are you ladies coming? You ladies coming, or what are you doing? Chilling, huh? We got some. What do we call them? Guests?
Scrubs.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
What are fans or
Cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders? Yeah. Some kind of cheerleader-esque thing. I don't know. It's interesting because we say 6:30, right? And
no one responds all day to the group chat.
That means come then. Why do I need to acknowledge anything?
Because
I
the
know
last
we
three
had
times,
we had fight shot
6:30 works.
time.
Okay, whoa, Justin says 5 minutes before. Yeah, I'm at work, bro.
I know we used to have fight shot time, but I feel like that doesn't account anymore. Do they have teak time?
No.
Teak
Fight
time's
top
not
time.
a thing? Is teak time a thing or no?
No.
No.
Okay, but anyway, back to what I was saying. Actually, there was some headlines today. Trenton showed up just at the right time.
Yeah.
Jake Paul posts on his Instagram story a picture of Tommy Fury at the airport checking in for Spirit Airlines.
What?
And he turned down $1 million to fight Jake Paul. Damn. And he's flying Spirit Airlines.
I mean, I get it's a deal, but if you're a multi-millionaire, there's no fucking reason you should be flying Spirit.
Tommy or Jake?
Tommy.
There's no way that dude. Why doesn't that dude just get a Delta Sky Miles card and get the free flights that he probably gets because he flies all over the goddamn country?
You could get a Delta sponsorship or something.
Yeah, dude. If you're making millions of dollars every single year off of random bullshit, you should have some kind of sponsorship to pay
He's
for
not.
goddamn flights.
He's not worth much.
Okay, but even so.
Like, I wouldn't even say he's worth $500,000.
Even so.
Most people aren't worth $500,000 though.
Yeah, dude. 90% of the America isn't worth $500,000.
Yeah, $500,000 is still something.
That's a shit ton of money.
Maybe he's trying to save up money, bro.
A flight right now, a round trip.
Spirit Airlines.
A round trip flight right now on Delta to like New York is like $300.
Yeah, so
I've never been on a Spirit Airlines before.
It's not bad. It's not as bad as people make it out to be.
it wasn't that terrible.
It's a little. So the deal with Spirit is their arm room is a little smaller. Their from back seat to back seat is a little bit smaller, and they don't give out the like peanuts and shit.
I don't care
all that
about
shit
that.
is extra. Yeah. But in a pinch, it's not bad. It's like $100 cheaper. Is $100 on a 1 hour flight really gonna like kill you to have a little bit less leg room?
Those are the ugliest planes.
The yellow ones? ones?
Those are ugly.
Oh, they're way
Oh,
better
yeah.
than the
Well,
the
fuck,
Sun Country
I don't
ones.
really
You
care.
know-
Yeah, I don't care
Or
what
the
fucking
United
looks
ones,
like.
those are just white and it has like a crudely drawn on American flag on the wing.
You know who
It
used
looks
to
like
have
a fourth grader drew it.
You know who used to have an airline? Hooters. Hooters, the restaurant, used to have its own
Hooters
airline.
airline?
Yeah,
Really?
and the flight attendants would be.
Dude, that's fucking
Wearing
awesome.
all
I'd
that.
probably fly that.
There's air.
It's
Is that a
been
real thing?
it's
You have it?
ceased like I don't know, like 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
did they go out of business or what?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it says 2020.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
They were only based out of Florida, though. I think.
Oh.
Yep, South Carolina. No. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina was the headquarters.
Does it say they're out of business now?
They are.
Yeah, they gotta be, bro.
It wasn't a bad
'Cause
airline.
I'd be flying that every single damn time.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Eat some wings, get to see some cuties.
Cuties with a
Cuties
booty.
with the tooties.
Cuties
Yeah,
and
dude.
booties.
Something, this is just super fucking random, super out of the wall, super just fucking random. I was talking with one of my guys today, and I don't know if you guys have ever used an Uber Black before,
I have not.
but apparently these Uber Blacks, if you go to a place and you request one during a surge time, oftentimes the Uber Blacks are like actually like the same price as the normal
Oh, I
Ubers,
bet, yeah.
but these Uber Blacks are just fucking ridiculous.
Don't they have, like, nice services
they're
and shit?
it's like the platinum service. So he
Yeah.
said this dude pulled up. He went to Vegas last week, and he said this dude pulled up in a brand new 21 Suburban, all blacked out, murdered out with tint. He
Damn.
got out in a full fucking suit, opened all the doors for all the people, let them in, shut the door. There's complimentary like refreshments and snacks
Shit.
and shit. And he's like, yeah, fuck it. He's like, do you guys want to go to the liquor store? You want to go to the store at all? Where you want to go here before I take you to your hotel? You guys
Wow.
want to go to a club or something?
That's
or
nuts.
and they like, dude, that's way better than the Uber drivers that like look at you like, put your goddamn mask on. You guys can't. Oh, you got 4 people. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Oh,
No,
my.
I can only have 2 people in the car. It says 3, but I only allow 2 in my car.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
no lighting up cigarettes in my car.
You know what I mean?
Jesus
Like some of
Christ.
those Uber drivers
Yeah,
are pretty.
I mean, I've had regular Ubers and they'll give me like a little bottle of water, maybe some gum, but like I've never had like fucking like a nice ass like they got like water, maybe soda, candy,
I've
sure,
seen
some
it,
shit
dude.
like that.
Have you seen those ones where they have the like fuck, what's it called? The karaoke in the car.
Yep,
Never
I
seen
know.
that.
I've seen someone like disco
They have
balls.
those here, I
They
think.
did-
The one in Cloud.
Ricky,
Yeah.
Ricky wrote in one where they did like a karaoke like cash cab deal thing.
A cash cab?
Like
thing?
it was like karaoke, and if like the Uber driver thought he hit like all the notes, like, she gave him some money or something. I forget what it was. It's on YouTube. I don't know if Ricky still has it.
Ricky's on YouTube.
Yeah, like she uploads
The driver
the
has a channel.
videos to
What
her
I vaguely
YouTube.
remember
fuck? You know what would be actually kind of fun, low key, is to do a cash cab.
That would be pretty funny.
Literally, just like get in, and then everybody's like, "What the fuck?" And then I mean, give them like you don't have to give them crazy amounts of money, but like if they get them all right, give them like $20 or whatever.
Yeah, that would be funny. It would be fun. It would be fun. I
Dude, that'd be funny as shit. I bet you could make some dough too. All right,
Mm.
trademarked.
think. Trademark.
Nobody can steal it. License, copyright.
The bet cab.
The bet cab.
There you go.
It's like the Batmobile, but for bet records.
Yeah, give it 4 years from now. Get it.
it.
4 years from now, Bet Records Airlines.
Oh my god! All right, that's a little far.
What would our comedies be?
Titties.
What would they cost? You mean?
No, like what would our special features be?
Oh, the special features.
Like what would we serve for food?
Titties.
Well, we gotta have free water so we can at least one up
And-
Spirit.
Yeah, there we go. We have to start with free water at least.
Titties.
I don't know what else we can serve. Honestly,
Probably titties.
I think
Champagne,
are we-
champagne,
Nobody
on,
was agreed
champagne
with
on the
this
rocks.
idea.
Are
Alright,
we-
you know
are
what?
we
Fine.
adult-
Fine. You know what? You know what? PG-13 flights. How about that?
Okay, well, I think we'd have to be
Can't
adult-
even-
we'd
no
have to be
rated R
adults.
movies.
We'd have to be 18 plus if we
No,
only serve
no,
titties.
no
I think.
rated R movies. No.
You know that
Decided.
actually wouldn't be a bad idea because you don't have to deal with the screaming
18
babies.
plus airline.
18 plus
probably wouldn't
airlines would be
terrible.
kind of lit. Honestly, you'd probably sell pretty good tickets.
Maybe yeah, it could.
If
work.
it was quality, like
Yeah.
those business people would probably be all over it.
Yeah, 18
Yeah.
plus airline. Yeah.
I just wish I could have my own private airline, like private air.
You know how cool that would be? You literally just like wake up and you're like,
I want to go to Texas.
yeah, I want to go to Texas today. I want to play some golf at the, in New York or
The
some
country
shit.
club.
Yeah, at the country club,
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go back around to Los Angeles and moon the Hollywood sign.
I don't know about that. Hey, what were you saying earlier about your dude, your code reader?
Oh yeah, they confirmed the identity of the Zodiac killer this morning.
You wanna, for the fans who don't know what the fuck the Zodiac killer is, like I didn't know about 20 minutes ago.
You don't know who the Zodiac killer is?
Hey, let's focus on the content, okay?
You ever seen the movie Zodiac? No.
Let's focus on
Oh
the
my God. content.
Not the specifics, okay, Q-Tip? Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
So
Jeez.
the Zodiac killer was a serial killer that terrorized the Bay Area, San Francisco, and Oakland for 10 years, I think. He had 6 or 7 confirmed murders, but he claimed to have killed over 100. So what he would do is after each murder, he would like send a letter with codes in a message to the San Francisco Chronicle, like just explaining, he's like, I've been very disappointed lately in the lack of contribution that has been going on in the San Francisco Bay Area. Then he'd leave like these really weird inscriptions, codes, numbers, letters, some sort of code. And I think it was sometime last year where they finally cracked the code of what it was. And then it led to the IDing today.
Wow. Who was it?
It was Gary Posty.
And you said he was deceased already, right?
He died in 2018.
Yeah, this has been from like the 60s. This is an old case.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine if today they identified Jack the Ripper? That'll never
There has been
happen.
new stuff about Jack the Ripper lately, hasn't there? I believe.
I don't know if you can though, because it's so old. Like,
wouldn't
what do you
probably be able to
have?
ID
You
them,
know?
but like, there's like, I think there's like been hints that Jack the Ripper might actually have been a woman. I think was something that's been recently been discussed.
You almost have to have a guy like this who left like weird messages and shit.
No, 100%.
You know, so you could at least double check the handwriting and stuff like that. But Jack the Ripper, I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty old. I think,
think,
yeah, that's
you
old
know,
stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Jack the Ripper, what was that? The 1880s or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, they'll he's in the grave and he will laugh at everybody from the grave for the rest of eternity. No one will ever find out who he is.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For all we know, Q-Tip could be his great-grandchild.
What if his
yeah.
name was literally Jack Ripper?
What if his name was literally Jack the Ripper? That
Yeah,
would be
Jack
pretty
Ripper.
impressive. I think that would probably be the quickest case in history, I would hope.
You think
yeah,
somebody?
I'm Jack the Ripper. Also, Jack Ripper.
Do you think somebody thought about that, like checking like
I hope so.
Jack Ripper names?
I
Yeah,
really
why
hope
did
so,
they
man.
even... Yeah, like, why did they name him Jack? Like,
It's
I get the
it's like
Ripper.
Jane or John, you know. It's
Jane Doe, John
maybe
Doe.
like a Jane Doe.
It's
kind
also
of a thing.
it was also an English serial killer. So maybe Jack is like their John.
They're
I don't
John, yeah.
No, in England, it's not pronounced Jack, it's Jacques.
know. I think that's more
Jacques.
France.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely France.
Yeah.
And maybe like
This is not a jackhammer. This is a rock hammer.
Jock Hammer.
And then instead of going, it's like,
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Oh my goodness.
What the?
So what did we miss here? Can we get caught up on what we missed?
Yeah,
here?
we were just kind of bullshitting.
Yeah, I know you guys
Mainly.
were
We
doing
we
UFC.
talked about his trip
That's-
and we talked about UFC
Okay,
a little
yeah,
bit.
that's why
We kind of skipped over football.
Yeah, how was losing?
Hmm?
How was losing?
Oh, no, you tell me you've been losing your entire life.
Oh!
Going for it.
Wow. Sorry, we don't have a soundboard. I just kinda, Justin,
not
can you do
0
the
for.
sound?
Me.
Dude, the sound?
Yeah.
What sound?
Wow.
No.
Come on, we need a soundboard.
Soundboard.
No, that's
Yeah, like, did you get when you guys had like iPod touches? You ever get like one of those like
Yeah.
soundboards,
Yeah,
like
dude.
apps? We need one of those. That's what
Yeah.
Boing.
we need.
You know, something like that. Yeah.
That's what it reminds me.
When would we ever use that?
Well,
That exact
I
sound.
don't know. It's like you're 12 years old. You have an iPod Touch. Right?
No,
What
no,
else
no,
you?
that exact sound.
Oh, that's.
boing.
So
I don't
I-
know when like
So I don't.
when some like I don't know somebody walks in or something.
So I don't know about you guys, but I am very excited for the new Halloween movie coming out next week with
Oh,
Michael
yeah?
Myers.
Is there a new one?
Yeah, it's coming out
It's
next
like-
week.
Oh, really?
I was
Okay.
that's why I was watching the original
Yeah, I was
one
kind of
just for
confused
that.
on why you're watching that.
Yeah, so there was a movie back in 2018 that was a sequel to the first Halloween movie
Yep.
from 1978. So with the 1978 Halloween, it was kind of weird. They started skewing off into this really weird timeline, doing Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, just like making these ridiculous storylines that Laurie Strode was actually Michael Myers' sister.
Yeah.
And they received such bad ratings that they just remade a movie in 2018. They're saying, okay, this movie picks off where the first one left off. Basically, Michael Myers being taken to a mental hospital, and he remains there for 40 years.
Yep.
And now as a grown-ass man, breaks out.
And they have the original girl,
Laurie Strode.
Yeah, what's her
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, famous actor, obviously.
So, at this point, it's not a spoiler anymore, because if you haven't seen a movie that caliber if it's been out for a year and you still haven't seen
It's
it,
from the 80s.
there should
Yeah.
no, like the one in 2018.
Oh, 2018. Well, that's not a spoiler thing. It's been multiple years.
Yeah, if it's been multiple years, they should not be attaching spoiler alerts. So, basically, Michael Myers tries to kill Laurie Strode. Then he gets locked into their basement, and Laurie sets the entire house on fire. And Michael's trapped, so he can't escape. And that's how the movie ends. But in the trailer, it shows that Michael Myers actually survived the fire and came out and killed people.
Damn.
Killed all the first responders. And it just begs the question, how do you kill Michael Myers? Like, that guy's bulletproof. Because
Is he bulletproof?
he's been shot multiple times and he's not dead. In the 78 movie, he got shot like 6 times by his
Have you
psychiatrist.
seen Extraction,
Extraction?
the movie
No.
with the guy who plays Thor?
Yeah,
He got
with,
shot like 15 times, dude. If you're that strong,
He got shot 6 times and then fell off a 2-story house.
You ever seen
Just
the-
flat on his back?
you ever seen one of the Hulk movies? You see how many times the Hulk gets shot?
Okay, well,
Yeah,
that's
but the
Hulk.
Hulk, the Hulk
Yeah, it's
also,
like the Hulk.
the Hulk also eats plutonium for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So there's no wonder why.
Mm.
Yeah, so I watched a video. It's just like, how do you kill Michael Myers? And they're saying acid. You just put him in a trapdoor and just put an acid in, and it'll burn
That
him,
might work,
dissolve
yeah.
him.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
See, I was just thinking shotgun to the head and then chop his head
You think
off.
that's a spoiler alert for the movie?
I don't know.
You think they'll kill him off?
I think,
No.
I think that's supposed to be the last one.
No, I
it not?
actually did research today. They said there's supposed to be a third one,
It's a
so
trilogy.
who
Okay,
knows?
So this will be the second to last one. Then.
Maybe. And I also saw another prank where in the movie from 2018, a guy dressed up as Michael Myers went to the movie theater, just went up to the ticket counter and just stood there just like,
That's super weird.
and the teller's just like, I assume one for Halloween. He just goes,
Yeah, that's always
she
weird.
just slides him a
Yeah.
ticket and she's like, enjoy. And he just takes it and just walks towards the theater.
That's super weird.
And before his movie, he stands outside the other theater where the movie's just letting out. He's just standing there as people are coming out.
Jesus. Christ.
That's awesome. That's actually kind of funny.
I
not
think,
gonna
that's-
lie.
yeah, that's
I think
good.
that would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
If I just see the movie and then he's just standing right there.
Or like in your like in a view where like when you walk out of the door you don't see him, but then when you turn he's right there.
Yeah, back in before that movie came out, I went as Michael Myers for Halloween, and I was hanging out with Viri and Ange. So Viri invited me over. She's like, back door's unlocked. I walk in, and like I just peer around, and I'm just like, they're just sitting in a circle with the bottle of Svedka or Apple New Am. That's what it was. And then I'm just like, you know what? I put the mask on, and I just stand there. I'm
Oh
just
my
like
God.
waiting for that to notice me. And then Viri finally turns her head, and she jumps like 3 feet in the air.
Yeah, that's super funny.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when you killed your throats by trying to shove it with as many cigarettes as you could.
That was the year before.
No, I'm pretty sure that you were wearing the jumpsuit.
No, I was dressed up as Nate Diaz that Halloween.
He
I'm
was
pretty sure you were wearing the Michael.
No, I
Myers.
wasn't.
He wasn't Michael Myers that year.
He was wearing a jumpsuit. I swear. to God.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. That was the year before.
I don't remember.
I
I don't
think
even
so.
remember why you did that. I think it's because somebody told you couldn't.
Like, yeah, fit a pack of cigarettes in his mouth.
Yeah, dude. I
And
think
light
it's
them
'cause-
all at once.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just be honest with you. My voice has not been the same since.
No, it hasn't.
bet
You literally
probably
like
not,
got went
bro.
to a doctor, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. And they
Yeah.
they took like this camera, shoved it up my nose, and went all the way down to my vocal cords. And I got to see my fucking vocal cords playing shadow puppets in the back of my throat.
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
I still have a picture of it. You guys want to see it?
Not of what?
Of the shadow
Of my-
puppets.
of
Oh,
my-
the shadow puppets. I was like,
Of my
whoa.
vocal cords.
Yeah,
Not the
no,
shadow
yeah.
puppets from last night, Justin.
Hmm.
Not the ones in your room last night.
Jesus. Oh, man.
Like Justin
You
sits
come
on
out
his
in the
bed
woods
with the
today,
socks
you're
on.
sure to get a surprise.
No, except for
You
Josh.
come out in the woods.
What if Josh was the mastermind behind South Park?
I don't know. What if he was? I don't think he's Matt. What is it? Matt Parker and Trey Stone.
It could be.
I think
Those
it's
seem
Lakers.
like two pretty basic names, if you ask me.
I think they're pretty. I mean, Matt Parker maybe a little bit. Trey Stone, that's pretty unconventional.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I mean, I don't know.
I think it's Matt. It might be vice versa. No, it's definitely Matt Parker. I don't think it's Trey Parker and Matt Stone. No, I don't think.
Well, now you have no idea.
Yeah, now you.
And they're that basic.
Now you. I think now you
up,
just messed them up, dude.
No, I think I had it right the first time.
You're a towel.
Yeah, I had it right.
Did you not find it, Justin?
Oh wait, no, I did have it right. It's Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Shit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. That sounded right.
Oh
when you
yeah,
said
me and my friend Kenzie did it.
That's so gross.
Yeah, they were Newports.
Jesus
Gross.
Christ. That is not
Did
good.
you find it?
It's
that's how you
coming
get
up.
Cancer.
Oh, you can get cancer from doing anything.
Well, that's true.
Shoving your balls in a
Did-
microwave.
So listen, I heard this.
Shoving. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
Have you
that's
s-
like the
hold
easiest
on.
way, probably.
Shoving
South Park.
Your balls in the microwave.
Have you not seen that South Park?
Dude.
It's a good episode.
So wait,
but-
I just like heard this the other day. I didn't look it up to see if it's true. But like, so when you eat like burnt, like say you burn your toast black, right? Oh god.
yeah,
But, like,
dude, I saw that. I was
You
like,
It
burn
looks
your
like a
toast
vagina.
black, or say you burn your pizza like black and you
Yeah.
eat that. Is that black part possibly carcinogens? Are some of those carcinogens? I heard that the other day. I didn't look it up though.
I mean,
Define carcinogen.
Like something that could cause cancer, a carcinogen, like a chemical that could cause cancer.
I mean, it
Is some of that possible
theoretically it could.
I'm not saying the whole
But
thing
I don't-
is, but I'm
I
saying
don't-
part of it. Like
I-
even a microscopic amount. It's kind of interesting to think about.
I think it probably could, but I don't think it's so intense that you'll ever notice it.
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. I really doubt
That's
it
not
probably
going to be the
matters.
reason. Like, if you get cancer, it's not going to be because you eat burnt pizza all the time.
Well, yeah,
it's gonna
no,
be,
for sure. I would
It's
know that.
it's probably going
It's
to be
pretty
because
unlikely.
you ate some like raw bullshit
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
You know, some.
Or you
did some
smoke
others-
every day or
Or
something.
you
yeah.
smoke every day, or you stick your balls in the microwave.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you do what Randy
Yeah.
Marsh did. You're just like, I just want medical weed. Goes outside, sits in a chair with one of the reflectors, smoking a cigarette while an X-ray camera's like taking pictures. And then your son comes outside and says, "Dad, Mom's telling you to stop trying to give yourself cancer." Then you say, "Only gonna get a little bit of cancer there, Stan."
Yeah.
then goes to the doctor. The doctor says, "I'm sorry, but you have testicular cancer." Score!
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was watching somebody watch a video of this guy taking an angle grinder to the back of a burnt pizza, and he was angle grinding off the burnt bit of the pizza. And then while they were doing it, they were talking about how like possibly the burnt parts are carcinogens.
Huh? That's weird.
Yeah, it was something.
That's interesting. So, couple things. I know we want to get into fantasy at some point. That's kind of our big thing for today, obviously. Shut up. New segment. I kind of forgot what I was going to name it. So, we're just going to kind of make one up here. I'm going to call it Snag or Drag. It's not what I came up with when I initially thought of this, but this is what it's going to be because that's all I could think of right now. That sounds kind of cool. So Snag or Drag is what it's called. And first off, we're going to get into fantasy after a couple of these. But Q-Tip, question for you.
Okay.
Bitcoin. It's on going up to the moon. It just hit $55,000 with Bank of America giving it the A-OK. Do you think it is time to snag Bitcoin? Or drag this doesn't make sense. Drag it into the fucking dust and get rid of it now while you still can.
I think it's time to snag Bitcoin. I think this is going to be a new bull run where it keeps going and going and going. So I think this is time. This is probably time to buy. It might drop a little bit, but I think you'll be fine buying it because it's still going to keep going up no matter what.
Snagging it. Trenton, same
I think
question.
it's time to snag.
Snag or drag Bitcoin?
I'm thinking. I'm saying wait. I'm saying wait a little bit. Wait a couple days. Depends
Snag
when you're
or
listening.
drag?
I'm gonna say snag it once it goes down a little bit. I'm thinking
Right
it goes
now,
down.
right now, it doesn't do anything. You
It
have
either crashes
you-
or goes to 100K.
it either
I say
crashes or
snag it.
goes to 100K.
Then I'm snagging.
Snagging it right now,
80K
Justin.
by the end of the year.
I don't know if you don't care about this, but right now, if you had to choose, it either Bitcoin crashes tomorrow or it goes to 100K tomorrow. Well, it's good. I guess that's not a good analogy, but Either you think it's gonna go up to the moon or it's gonna crash. Snag or drag, baby.
Mhm. Well, at this point, it's going up like an overly inflated balloon animal, so eventually it'll pop.
Oh, so you gonna drag?
Yeah.
Drag it into
Drag.
the dust.
I don't even know how that shit
I don't.
works.
I don't really like the name of this segment.
We'll
by
work
the way.
on it. It's a
Oh, we'll
prototype.
work on it. We'll change it eventually. But it sounded a lot cooler in my head when I
But
said
yeah,
it.
I have Bitcoin doing pretty well. I was reading this one article about Bitcoin with the recent news, obviously.
Yeah.
They've been analyzing that historically Bitcoin has had like 4-year runs.
Yep.
Right, so you got 2013, you have 2017, now you have 2021.
Yep.
Right, and so in those 4-year runs, there's usually 2 big runs. There's one big run in the beginning and one big run at the end of the year. And now we're in the second big run of the year, and so now we're gonna go back up again, and that's what we're looking at. And the article I was reading, they're predicting possibly 200K. I don't think that's reasonable, but I think 100K or more is reasonable.
Sure. Yeah, I mean it's kind of speculation at this point, and I think it's a good speculatory thing because the main reason is because you can do these partial shares now, which we didn't have access to. At least the everyday Joe didn't have access to, say, 5-10 years ago when I guess it's only been out for not that long, but even a couple years ago, we didn't have access to these partial shares. If you wanted to buy in on a stock, you had to buy the fucking stock.
Yeah.
You couldn't have like a quarter of a stock, you know what I mean? Like now that you can do this, Joe Schmoes can put in, $400 towards Bitcoin at 50, what does that say? 54.9 right now.
Yep.
You could put in your $400 and be invested, and it'll adjust the Bitcoin stock because you put that money in.
100%.
I think that's going to drive it with it becoming easier and easier and easier and
Makes
easier
it
and
easier
easier.
for the retail investor to get involved as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now you don't have to have the brokers that you used to have. There's no fees like there used to be.
Yeah.
It's just if you want to invest, you fucking invest.
It's true. It's very true.
But it's also a double-edged sword because you can also pull out whatever you want, and that
True.
also is hurting things.
Yeah, that's true. It's a double-edged sword. It is a
So
double-edged sword.
it's really interesting. You have anything else on Bitcoin here before I switch it? I think that's really the only stock I wanted to talk about. All the other stocks have been kind of garbage for the last couple weeks. So
Yeah, I started investing in acorns.
how's that going?
Just like going up and down
Yeah.
like a roller coaster.
Really volatile right now.
Mhm.
Really, especially.
You did the Acorn app?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because you know what the Acorn app is?
Yeah, it takes a little bit out of every purchase and it puts it into an investing thing.
Yeah. So it's 0.2% of this and the mutual fund and whatever.
Yeah.
And I did it like 3 years ago. It was fine, but I was not paying $5 a month. That sucked.
Oh, they
Or
charge you
$5,
$5, huh?
but unless they
Is it
changed
free now?
that, but
I think it might be free now, actually. Yeah, but I didn't know you had to pay for it. At
yeah,
one point.
a couple years ago I was like, why is it taking $5 out? I'm only making $4 a month.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
put that
kinda
much
messed up,
on it,
man.
which is also my fault. You're probably making more a month anyways
Yeah.
than the $5, so it evens out. But for me in that case, I was not. So that's why I
When
like
you
Robinhood,
when you
'cause I don't
see
give a
that, you're
shit.
like,
Yeah.
maybe not,
Yeah.
maybe not. But
On top of that, if we're kind of hopping off of stocks, it's not really a stock that I would talk about. But you guys want to talk about the Facebook whistleblower stuff?
yeah, we can go into that before we get into the.
To the fantasy of the footballs.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so obviously there's been
I
a
thought that
bunch of
was
stuff going on with the
interesting
Facebook
too,
whistleblower stuff. They were talking about how that Facebook kind of like antagonized and also fueled the Capitol riots, right? Like they were kind of feeding
Yep.
into it, and basically the whistleblowers and saying like anytime that they adjust the Facebook algorithm, like their team meets and they're like, all right, so like do we want to preferize like having our users having a better experience or just want to make more money? And they're like, well, we're gonna just make more money basically. And yeah, it's been a whole fiasco basically, and they were getting interviewed by the government, by Blumenthal, I know, has been talking to some Facebook executives and stuff like that. It's been pretty crazy.
Well, and the whole platform went down. What was
Just
that?
the other
Was
day.
that yesterday or 2 days ago now?
I think that was
3
2 days
days
ago.
ago.
Yep.
3 days ago. Yeah, Instagram and Facebook because Instagram is now
WhatsApp,
owned by
uses that
Facebook.
anymore.
Is WhatsApp also
Yeah,
controlled by
also part of
Facebook? So
Facebook,
that
yeah.
probably went down.
Yep.
But yeah, it went down all day, and I regularly check that. I look at like Marketplace and all
Yeah,
that.
I look at
thing.
that shit too. Yeah.
I look at all that stuff, and the whole day I was clicking into it, and I was like, where the fuck isn't this still loading?
I
And
know, right?
I didn't even realize till the next day when I saw all that stuff, and I was like, oh fuck, that's probably why.
Yep.
So I don't know. My question is, did they shut it down to adjust their algorithms?
So from what I heard, it was
Get
just
rid of
an
evidence
outage
from
that
what
seemed
I
to
heard.
happen.
It was
Yeah.
what?
It was just an outage that seemed to happen. Like, it's affected some other services too, I believe.
Well, because I even heard that no workers could even go in to fix it because it was an outage. So they couldn't do anything because they couldn't get in the building with the security because everything was down in the outage.
Twitter was just
Do
fine.
we think?
Was it?
Do we think
Yeah.
the outage had anything to do with all this coming out? Because it's really coincidence that right after this stuff goes down, they have a major outage.
It could be, yeah. It could definitely be related. There have been a lot of leaks going on lately. The Pandora Papers obviously also been leaking out recently. There was a Twitch leak yesterday too. Like a bunch of Twitch information got leaked. Like how much all of the Twitch creators make and shit like that. Like that stuff all just got leaked. I don't know. Yeah, there's been a lot of big leaks and outages lately going on.
I saw a YouTube leak the other day. It was one guy, he posted about how much he made off of a 17.4 million view video.
Dang.
Or no, 17.4 million views total on
Oh, yep.
YouTube. And it scrolled over and it said like 86 grand or
Oh,
something
shit.
like that. And I was like, Jesus, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine these guys who make 5-10 million views a video
Yeah, that's crazy.
and have a billion views? I mean, whoo!
Yep, that's at least 50K a video, right?
Yeah.
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 I mean, holy crap.
Yeah, and then also what's nuts too is I don't know if you guys have seen. I've only seen a little bit of it. I watched a little bit of it, but like Blumenthal has been He's been like talking to the Facebook executives, and like it's just so clear that he's got these older Congress senators like they have no idea what they're talking about, bro. Like look at this clip. Look at this clip that I saw the other day. So this is Blumenthal. He's talking to a Facebook executive.
For products or services. We're not talking about Google or Apple. It's Facebook, correct?
Finsta is slang for a type
He's like, why are you
account.
guys gonna end
Okay,
Finsta? And you stop
not
Finsta? He
that
doesn't even
type
know
of
what a Finsta is, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand exactly what you're asking.
Yeah.
He's like, are you guys gonna stop yeeting? How do you guys feel about sheesh? Like, it's like, what are you doing, bro? He has no
Yeah.
idea what he's talking
Well,
about.
and that's the problem with these no term limits in,
Yes,
in Congress
exactly.
and stuff. I mean, you got these guys. How long did it say Nancy Pelosi's been in their seat?
Oh,
Long
forever.
Didn't it say like 40 plus years
It's
or
probably
something
gotta
like
be
that?
at least, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Biden was a senator for how many years?
Well, I
too,
saw.
right?
Isn't Nancy Pelosi like fucking 70 or 80 or
Oh
something
yeah,
like that?
Blumenthal is 75. I like that up.
Yeah, and then you have Bernie Sanders, who looks
That's
older,
obnoxious.
older
And
than a
it's
dinosaur.
literally, these people were born in the 1950s, 1940s,
Yeah, dude.
and they're making all these decisions in this progressive world where
Yeah.
stuff moves a lot faster than it used to, and
Yep.
I don't know, man. I think they really need to put some term limits on. I mean, shit, just 30 years even. I mean, fuck though. I mean,
It's
there's no.
basically you get elected. I think it's every 2 or 6 years, and it's unlimited how long
Well,
you can get
yeah,
reelected.
but the problem is once you get one of these powerhouses that get in there, who the fuck is gonna run against
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Who's gonna run against Nancy Pelosi? You're not gonna win.
Yeah, and, yeah. Once you
Sadly.
once you are in the seats, once you're an incumbent, like it's really like unlikely that you would lose
Yeah.
your seats. It's super
Unless you
unlikely.
fuck up, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's you know what I mean. Like, who's gonna run against them?
Yep.
Who's
And
gonna
that
do
too,
it?
also, yeah.
Yeah, the longest anyone's ever served in the Senate was actually a guy who used to be in the KKK, Robert Byrd. He served from 1959 to 2010.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's in the KKK.
Yeah,
too, huh?
and guess who one of his best friends was? Joe Biden.
Oh my god.
And Biden's like, I condemn racism. Your best friend was one.
Wow, what a
Hot
mic!
take.
What a mic drop right there that we just holy
Oh
hot
my
take,
God.
dude. That was 0 to 100 real fucking quick, real fucking quick.
Hey, did you see Boston won last night?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Wild card.
So they're going to the.
playoffs?
The ALCS.
Is it the ALDS?
Or DS,
Oh,
yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, CS. What the fuck is the CS?
Yeah, nothing's better than stomping on the Yankees' heads and eliminating
So the
them.
Yankees are fully out now, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Out,
yeah.
out.
I can see
Music
that.
to my ears.
Sure. Okay. And who the Red Sox play next then?
Tampa.
Tampa
Okay.
Bay
How's
Rays.
Tampa? Pretty good.
Yeah, they won the division.
Oh.
It amazes me how good of a team they are, but they can't sell a ticket to save their lives.
Boston or Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay.
Well,
Really?
they got so many other things to do in Tampa, you know.
Not even that. Have you seen their stadium?
Mm-mm.
It is dog shit.
Why?
It's a dome with a catwalk. It's outdated.
Jeez.
It's just a disgusting stadium, and they refuse to build a new one.
Nobody wants to go there.
No, they average like 20,000 a game.
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I think the Twins do like 40 or 50, don't they?
That's probably how many people looked like they were there last
And they're
time
not
we were
even
there.
The Minnesota United Stadium only holds 19,600.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
pack
soccer
it every
smaller
game,
yeah,
sport,
you
which
know?
is 20,000.
Yeah, but they pack it every game.
Yeah,
though.
no, yeah, well, no, and that's what I'm saying. It makes sense for their sport.
Yeah.
But for baseball, I mean,
For
that's
baseball,
a way
that's
more
super
popular
low.
sport.
Yeah, super low.
And I don't even think it has to do with the stadium either, because like look at the Raiders when they were in Oakland. The Coliseum was a pigsty.
Yeah,
They had
but that was-
sewage
That was
problems.
kind of like the whole thing of it, though. You know,
I guess.
being a Raiders fan, the whole point is like
Trash.
Well, not trash, just like the black hole. You know, that's kind of the whole like thing of it is like we're gonna fucking kill you if you come to our stadium.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
just with a city named Oakland.
Yeah,
That
dude.
just doesn't sound like a place I'd want to visit.
You don't want to visit Oakland. Oakland is not a very good place to visit.
Yeah, I mean, and I had no idea that right next door was where the Warriors played. Like, I didn't know it was in the same complex.
Maybe.
Oracle
Yeah.
Arena.
Oh yeah.
Like, have you seen Philadelphia?
Hmm.
They have their baseball stadium, football stadium, hockey and basketball arena all in just one giant
Probably
parking.
use the same parking lots. And
Yeah.
everything. That's smart.
Yeah,
Probably a bitch when they have the games going on at the same time though,
I think they plan around that.
like different times or something.
Maybe.
On different days, I suppose.
But if they do, then wow.
Yeah,
More
that's-
power to them.
Yeah. Right. All right. Pick or flip. No, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Pick or dip.
Last thing before we get into fantasy.
Pick or
A lot of implications coming up. COVID has been rampant still after a bunch of years. After giving up mask mandates, the Delta variant
definitely
has
still
been
a lot of
rampant in a lot of states. We're seeing some of the implications, especially coming off of China and some other countries, starting to affect the United States in major ways. The main being the California port blockage. Currently, I believe there are about 100 plus ships docked off the port of California waiting to get offloaded. I think we watched a documentary on it the other day.
Yeah, I was.
That's
just,
a current thing.
yeah. I was even saying to someone I worked with last night. I was saying what happened in the Suez Canal kind of started a domino effect
Yeah.
with
absolutely.
with trading.
Yeah, and the problem is one of the things I saw too. Part of the issue is that when ships and other things, also I think we watched this in that documentary we watched as well. But when ships go to port in say China, for example, if one member of your ship crew tests positive for COVID, you get two options. Option A is to dock, sit in international waters until every single crew member tests negative for COVID.
Jeez.
Option 2 is to go back from your country of origin and send a new crew that all tested positive or negative and to redo the same thing. They do not let you in even if one guy has positive. Even if he's quarantined, it does not matter. Every single crew member.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
Yeah, what was that other thing that we watched about the Persian Gulf and oil? How it may start World War III.
yeah, you got that as well. I mean, the big thing with the shipping industry is that I think it's going to really start affecting. That's why.
You were telling me saying that some places are already doing their Black Friday specials.
Yep. Amazon started their Black Friday deals this week.
Jesus.
And then also Target is starting in a week or two. They're also going to start rolling out their Black Friday deals.
That's crazy.
And a lot of places and a lot of people are estimating that Black Friday is going to be a lot earlier this year. And if you wait, unfortunately, till Black Friday, you're going to be falling short on getting what you want because there's going to be a lot of shortages with all the excess cash people still have and the shortages of inventory on just about everything, ranging from toilet paper to food to cars to PS4s to electronics to even the paper. I've heard there's a shortage on now.
Wow, that's crazy.
So there will be no No TP for my bunghole. Is that what you're saying? Are you threatening me?
Is this
Will
covered
there
regular,
will
but-
there deep will there be TP for my bung?
No DP.
No
for you.
TP? No TP for my bunghole?
No DP for your bunghole.
Jesus Christ.
That could happen, I
Beavis
guess,
and
again.
Butthead, by the way, not Conor
So yeah,
McGregor.
what do you guys think about all that?
I mean, it makes sense. With COVID, what I was just reading about this the other day too. It was something about like, it's like how we're in an inventory crisis basically because like we keep trying to refill shortages, but then we keep getting backed up because of other things just because COVID has pushed us so far back. And a problem is it's because of how businesses have been set up for like the last like 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Is they rely on what's called JIT, just-in-time systems. So they don't buy like storage anymore.
Correct.
They buy just enough to store what their actual inventory is, and then
Yep.
new inventory comes in to replace it.
Yep.
But when inventory lines get fucked up and backed up, so that the new inventory isn't coming in time,
Yep.
we get into shortages that keep happening, and that's where we are right now.
And there's no way to replenish it because the
shortages just keep going.
and
The inventory keeps running out.
The issue is the factories where they make all the shit is also slowing. So now
Yes. It's like domino on domino on domino. Yeah.
It's just major fuckage.
Well, and I feel like last year even we already saw Target and even Best Buy do pre-Black Friday.
Did they do that last year as well? I didn't really- I didn't really
not
do
as
Black Friday
noticeable,
last
but
year.
I don't know, honestly. I'm not
I
sure.
believe it's a bigger, what if you want to say, concern due to the shipping. Let alone still everyone's just hesitant
Well-
about big crowds and
Yeah.
stuff lining
Well,
up in front of the doors.
And you'd
shit.
think if they had major issues with inventory like they do, that they would not do it this way and they would actually flip the script and go back to how they did it, say, 5-10 years ago,
Yeah.
where Black Friday, that's your fucking day. There's none of this 2 weeks early bullshit.
Yeah.
It's you do your deals on Black Friday and you put out these massive deals, and if you don't get to the store in time, you're fucked.
When it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, whereas now I think what they're trying to do is they're just trying to sell as much as they can, which
Yeah.
I don't know if they should be doing that.
So are you
No, I don't
saying
think
that
so.
you're butthurt from the Black Friday tradition, or do you think they're just trying to make some extra money, or do you think
It's all a business.
Oh yeah, I think it's all business.
They're trying to make more money. That's why they do
Yeah,
these
yeah.
Black Friday deals a month
Yeah,
early.
and it's
Because then the people who don't, because people who do the Black Friday shopping in the stores always do it. They do it every year.
Yep.
They'll continue to do it. They still offer in-store deals. The deal with these pre-deals, fucking ridiculous.
whatever, yeah.
Even
Just fucks
even
up.
talking about it, I feel ridiculous. The fucking pre-deals is that you catch these people who don't usually spend money at this time of year, and they're just doing normal shopping.
True.
So it's like, oh, I need a new. I ripped my favorite shirt. I need a new favorite shirt, and you go online, you see, oh, Black Friday deal. Buy 4 get 1 free. Oh fuck yeah! So then you buy 4 of them, and then you're like, well shit, I don't even need 4. I just wanted 1 shirt.
Yeah, no.
Or it's like 50% off all sweatpants, and you're like, oh, I need
the
some new
worst. The
sweatpants.
worst cases too is the electronics chip shortage is so frustrating. I think.
Well,
PlayStations and those
PlayStation
Xboxes.
5s are going
It's
to be backed up for
ridiculous.
forever. Graphics cards are like $300-$400 over what they're supposed to. What they're
More
supposed
than
to cost.
that, I looked up
At this
Sometimes some of them are like 500.
the
600,
GTX
yeah.
3090 is
Like,
like $3,000 right now.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I bought my 970 when I built my computer in
For like
2015.
$400.
It was like $400, and it was top of the line
Yeah,
at the time.
that's what I did too. I have a 970 right now too. I
Yeah.
want to get like a 2070, and that's like $1,000
It's
too.
not even worth it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
At this point, the PlayStation 6 is going to come out before everybody
It
can
almost
get a
feels like
PlayStation
that,
5.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, and
Isn't there, didn't they leak GTA 6?
No, there was a leak for a GTA trilogy remaster. So they're gonna remaster 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
Because I thought I heard something about
Yeah.
GTA 6.
Not GTA 6,
I don't-
but the old GTA.
I mean, I think they'll do okay on those, but I don't.
I think they do pretty good, honestly.
I don't-
If they go full remaster, I think it would be really good.
Yeah, but, I don't know. It's because the problem is GTA is one of those games where you play it and you play the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't just like, it's not like Call of Duty or like FIFA or a football game or whatever, where you just pick it up when you get bored and you play it for a little bit, and then you put it down, you play it again next week or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When you get a GTA game, you play the fuck out of that game. You beat the whole campaign, you do all the little side missions and all that bullshit.
I was gonna say, GTA 5 came out when I was a freshman in high school, and I have friends who still play it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. For
You
sure.
That's
play the
right.
fuck out of
Same
that
thing
game.
with Skyrim. Skyrim
Oh,
was
yeah.
a lot of
Really
fun.
good.
Yeah,
I think that there
they
was
did remaster that. It actually did. pretty
no,
good,
but I
too.
heard that there was going to be a new
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls game in the next couple years.
Yeah, they're
probably
supposed to be.
within the next 4 or 5 years.
What I'm hoping is that
It's still pretty far off, I think.
I guess we're kind of transitioning here, but I'm hoping that the whole game, they take a step back and they stop trying to push out so many games, and what they start doing is trying to do more inclusive games, like almost like the Elder Scrolls Online, but for every game. Or like the new NBA games. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but it's actually, there's a whole interactive like world you can go through in the new 2K game, where almost like that, where you're playing fucking FIFA, for example, and you can just like walk around and do a bunch of like campaign bullshit and then meet up with your buddies, and I don't know, you know what I mean? Just like more like
It's more like
inclusive.
Sims almost.
You're more like Sims, but
Yeah.
you're playing the games that you love still, but it's a lot more inclusive and everything's multiplayer, and you can.
When I was back
I don't
home,
know.
when I was
Oh,
back
yeah,
home, I
interesting.
picked
Yeah,
up
that's
my.
interesting.
When I was back home, I just picked up. I said, "What the hell?" and I played my 360.
Really, you
That-
still have that, huh?
Yeah, it's a limited edition, Gears of War 3.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, I only played one game though,
What did you play?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
god.
Surprise.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of like those missions where you just like try to like get a good time, beat your time, kind
Yeah.
of thing. That's kind
How
of
are the
game. that I like.
graphics?
The 2006 game, they were pretty good, but that was probably the worst game out of all the Sonic game because there was so many glitches. Like you'd be running through like the loops that he does, and like if you go at it at a wrong angle, like the character will like fall off of the graphic,
And then you're fucked.
then you'll lose a life,
Yeah.
which is just BS.
Yeah. Well, that was before like the now games where if like there's an issue with the game, they just go into the game and fix it.
Patch it. Yeah.
They patch it. Whereas that was
Yeah.
you know back even 5 years ago, your game is your game.
Yeah.
You got what you got. If it's fucked, your game's fucked.
Yeah, like every Madden game.
Yeah, dude. If there's a
Listen,
fucked up character, he's fucked up. That's how
People
it is.
love football, but the Madden games are absolute trash. What changes do they really make? They just
Well,
change the
maybe they don't like
graphics.
that much.
Nothing
Hey,
really.
you can look forward to the new football game coming out. What is it called? Is it Backstreet Football or oh god, what's that?
Like, have
game?
you seen some of the glitches
It's
in
coming
Madden?
out later this year.
Have you seen some of the glitches in Madden where you like tackle somebody and it like throws them 100 yards across the field for a safety? There are some ridiculous ones that just like there's a whole compilation on YouTube about it. Madden glitches that will make you break your controller because you get so mad at it.
Yeah.
Like they're fun and entertaining to watch. Just like this is interesting.
You guys
But-
don't have 22, do you, Madden?
No.
No.
I don't have Maddens anymore.
No.
But,
I just
so-
downloaded the 21 because
Yeah.
it was free and playing the campaign as the Cardinals and Kyler Murray.
So out of every
Yeah.
video game
Yeah.
that you guys have played, which one was your game? The one that you were the best at, the one you dedicated so many hours to? Because for me, it was probably Black Ops 2 or COD World War 2. Like multiplayer, I was Master Prestige in both. Good kill ratio, and I was just in the zone whenever I played those.
Mine is probably Battlefield 3 or Modern Warfare 2.
I saw something on Instagram today. You know, Battlefield 3 is now 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was
2042.
nasty.
There's a
in
new
that
Battlefield
game,
game coming
Yeah,
out.
2042.
2042. It's an open
I
beta
am-
right now.
dude. Yeah, I'll be buying that. I pre-ordered it already. That's a good fucking. I love Battlefield, dude. That game's so fucking fun.
Battlefield is
I'm
good.
nasty in the helicopter. I used to get like 100 kills a game on the helicopter. It's fucking crazy.
I should have brought back my 360 so we could play Modern Warfare 2.
That game is good.
That would have been a good idea. I always thought they were gonna remaster it.
I think.
No, they
They talked about
remastered.
it?
They
Oh, yeah,
remastered
talked
the
about it.
original
Yeah.
one.
Which one were we talking about?
Modern Warfare. They remastered Modern.
Oh, they did remaster it, but only the campaign. That was weird.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
I don't know why.
I knew they did something.
Who wants the campaign? I mean, the campaign
Nobody.
was good, but nobody wants that. Everybody wants.
I've never
multiplayer.
finished a single Call of Duty campaign.
I play the
Modern
first
Warfare?
couple.
That's
and
the
then I get bored.
that's the first thing I do is the
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 campaign.
Modern Warfare campaigns were pretty good, especially 2. Honestly, 2 was a
two
really
was
good
really
campaign.
good.
I liked the first campaign better with
I
like
like the second one.
with
I'd say.
the mission where you're in a ghillie suit and Pripyat,
That's a great
Ukraine.
mission. I'd say that mission's probably like it's as good as some of the missions in 2, but 2 is like story overall. I think it's just really.
like
Yeah,
that.
but also in Modern Warfare 2, one of the campaign missions is banned in Russia. The one where they shoot up the airport.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
Russian.
that
Yeah.
one's pretty far.
That's pretty. No
But-
wonder why that got banned.
All right,
That'll promote us. That'll promote.
let's get into some
school
fucking
shooting.
fantasy.
All right, yeah,
huh?
let's jump into the football.
All right, so grab or drag. Is that what I said?
pick her dick.
Pick or dick. All right, pick or dick.
Prick your dick.
Pick or dick.
Oh.
Pick or flip. Flip or rip.
Drop or top.
Drop or rock.
Top or bottom.
Rock or drop. Rock or bop.
Top or flop?
Vanilla or
Oh,
chocolate.
wait,
Vanilla or chocolate.
All right, grab or drag. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Grab or drag.
You better have a pen and pad tomorrow at work. Oh, that's a good one. Just write that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright.
Grab or drag. Justin, the Carolina Panthers after picking up Stephon Gilmore. I think I said that wrong again.
Well, you do realize that he's still hurt, so he has to wait a couple weeks.
Yep,
I
when
think-
he's back.
I got it. Smash or trash. No.
No, those both sound like bad
That
things.
was trash.
Those
Wait,
both
all right,
sound-
smash or pass.
You're gonna have to excuse my French, but fuck you and fuck you and fuck you.
Okay, so Carolina Panthers after adding Stephon Gilmore, are they the real deal? I know you said you're not a big football fan this year.
Super Bowl contenders, no,
Okay.
but I think I'd pick them up. I have Washington right now. They haven't really been doing much for me.
Well, not the defense. I'm just saying the Panthers in
Overall.
general.
Oh, I thought you meant just the defense.
No, the whole team. Now that they supposedly solidified their defense.
That's a tough one.
Because their offense has been red hot.
I think I'd take him. Yeah,
Playoff team?
maybe, because they're still not winning the division. Like, because they still have to deal with Tampa Bay. New
Okay.
Orleans will still be in that mix. And, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say they'd make it wild card.
Okay. Trenton, same question. Carolina.
You know what? As one that
Grab
just
or
picked up
drag?
the Panthers defense 0.2 seconds ago, as I picked them up in my other league, and now I have them in both. I am on the Panthers train in general. I know we got CMC out for one more week. It's kind of sounding like he should come back this week, but the coaches might hold him out for a week.
Yeah, I'm
which I
sure
would
they will.
prefer. I would prefer
Yeah,
them
I would
still.
too.
But
Yeah, I would say so.
Sam Darnold's the real deal. I mean, he's throwing touchdowns every week. I think that they have a good chance of making it to the Final Four, easy if not Super Bowl.
Wow. Even so, who are they knocking out then on your early year predictions?
Fuck.
Would that be the Titans?
They're knocking out. Yeah, they're knocking out the Titans, bro. I'm off the Titans.
Yeah,
Titans.
You're off the Titans
are
train,
not-
huh?
Titans are not doing
You guys
so
are both
good.
off the Titans
I'm
train.
off.
Yeah, I'm off.
Wow.
Titans train, too.
Jets. They
Wow.
lost to the
Yeah,
Jets this week.
goodbye Titans. Carolina Panthers are my new best friend.
Yep.
Oh my.
Hopping on the new bandwagon.
Okay.
I'm aboard.
Are you're on the Panthers too?
I'm smash.
No. All right. God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They were pretty solid before. I think the addition
Yeah, I
will
think
help
they did
as long
pretty
as he
good,
gets
honestly.
accustomed to it and shit.
Okay. Okay. Next one, Mac Jones. After his Sunday night performance against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he looked good. He looked really good. Justin, grab or drag?
I'd say grab. Yeah. He did look I'm not even saying that from a bias. He did look really good. I think it was a stat. I think he finished the game with 11 straight completions.
Yeah. I thought it was like 18 or something like that.
Probably told
Maybe, yeah.
18 straight completions. It was the most by a Patriots quarterback in forever, and then it was the most in the league since forever.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So I'm on it.
Yeah. Smash or pass? Q-tip, smash or pass?
I'm smash on that. I think it's not a bad pick. Yeah.
Smash on Mac Jones.
Smash
Trenton.
on Mac Jones.
I am dropping.
Dropping.
That's right.
I'm throwing him away.
You're
bro.
Pick or
passing,
flip?
you're passing.
I'm
Pick or flip.
I'm dipping him, bro.
Pick or flip.
Pick or flick. Pick or
Drag,
flick.
flip, and
Pick or
and pass.
Dived up, dick dive, and dick dive and
It
dive.
doesn't. I don't know. But I think this dude is definitely cheaper by the dozen. I don't think that he's going to be a top 12 finishing quarterback for fantasy alone. I think he's fine for the Patriots, and he'll possibly grow. I mean, obviously...
Maybe a next year thing to look at.
I just don't think they have that many options all the way around. I think he might be a decent quarterback. I'm not on the train yet.
Sure. Here's one that's kind of a targeted question, honestly. I'm going to start with Trenton. Smash or pass Cordero Patterson?
Well, obviously...
Smash or pass?
I'd have to say smash. I'd start him this week.
I picked him up.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it's a
Yeah.
targeted question.
Yep.
Yeah. Smash on Cordero Patterson. Justin, obviously a smash on Cordero Patterson, picking him up.
Let's just hope Mike Davis scores this week, but it's fine.
Q-Tip?
I'm gonna say smash.
Smash as well.
I had to pick him up
I
because
also
now Shark's out for the season.
Yeah, I put a waiver wire claim for Patterson as well. I'm on the Patterson train. He's been tearing it up. I think there's finally a team that found use for him. I don't know why nobody else used him like this because
the Patriots did.
not really. Otherwise they'd still have him.
Yeah.
The Vikings, they kind of used him for a couple weeks, but then they just stopped, and it was like, dude, this guy, you cannot guard him. If you get the ball in his hands, he gets you 15 yards every time. It's just the problem of getting him the ball. That's why they put him at running back for a while, just because they just need to get the ball in his hands and he'll go.
Yep.
But I think he's finally clicking and he's finally figuring shit out after fucking, been in the league for like 8 years now or some shit?
Yeah, it's got to be at least 5, if not more, at that point.
Because he did his full 5 years with Vikings.
Yep.
And then he was on the Patriots for how many years?
1 year.
1 year.
Well,
now
he's already done legendary
And he won a Super Bowl with them.
returns, and, like kick returns.
He won the Super Bowl with them.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he's already on legendary returner.
He's got to be. I mean, he's had. I'm
And, like,
pretty sure
Madden.
he's one of the. No,
he'll
just
probably
in
be a
general.
special teams Hall of Fame.
Well, for the Vikings, he was. I don't know how many returns he has.
He
but
had
he's
the
definitely
he
up
has
there.
the he had the record for a
Yeah,
while.
I believe he has 109 one as well.
Yeah.
Return, which is the max you can get possible. So,
Yep.
he's tied the record with
Dude's a
couple
monster.
Others. He's gotten 20, 30 points the past couple weeks. He's playing only about like 30%, maybe 40% of snaps max though. But every time he gets
That's
the ball,
definitely
he
something to
does get-
watch.
He does
Yeah.
get those 15 yards. So I would say grab as well.
God damn it.
Wait, what about makes it or breaks it?
All right.
Makes it?
Make it or break it.
All right. Make it or
they,
break
Do they make it or are they breaking it?
fuck it or tuck it.
Wait, that's the same thing.
Wait, fuck it or fuck it.
That's the same thing.
Wait, fuck it or put him in the bucket.
Fuck it or fuck it.
Fuck it or fuck it. I'm gonna fuck it. And then I had one more off the rip too. Thursday, fuck it, we'll just go. Thursday night game, smash or pass on the Seattle Seahawks. Do you think they have what it takes to beat the almighty Rams?
I think they do. It's a division rivalry game, and if it's one thing you need to know about those are always played tough no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how good or bad the team was, it's division rivalry. It's like Red Sox, Yankees. They want to beat each other, so there's extra added motivation. Any division game is always good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even when the Chiefs tear it up, every time they play a divisional game, it's always a close game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
So who do we think is gonna win this game?
I'm gonna say the Rams. I think I got the Rams. Pass on the Hawks.
Pass on the smash or pass it.
Dash
it.
I'm hitting,
Smash or dash.
I'm hitting on the Rams.
Smash or dash. That sounds pretty good.
I don't think Seattle's going to pull it through. I mean, the Rams have been pretty much unstoppable. I just don't think the Seahawks got all together. Yeah, they got 2 good wide receivers, but they got Ramsey that's going to cover DK Metcalf.
Yep.
Should all game. So Lockett might have a big game, but we'll kind of
And
I don't know, man. Lockett's
it-
been tearing it up.
Is it in Seattle or is it
It is
in...
at Seattle.
Ooh,
so that
yeah.
is the
Okay.
only thing that makes it hard for me. I
Yeah.
still go Rams, but that's who I would have picked.
With the
if I had
12th
known.
man.
I think I'm gonna go Seattle.
Yeah,
That just adds more to it.
I don't hate it. Just Chris Carson sucks right now.
Yeah.
Can Matt Stafford handle the noise?
Yep.
Can he handle that?
I mean, he played in Green Bay for all those years and played in the Vikings
Yeah,
stadium.
but nobody really needed to get loud because they knew that they weren't gonna win.
Jesus Christ.
But then again, I did go. I think it was my.
Lambeau's loud, dude.
No, my first Vikings game was actually against the Lions, and the Lions won.
Damn, that's gonna
Yeah.
be tough to watch.
Yeah, Golden Tate, he was still around. He did
Golden
like that.
Tate.
He the game-winning touchdown. He did like a front flip over somebody. I don't know. Yeah. And look who I just added.
Who'd you add?
Mike Gesicki.
Oh yeah, I'm out on him. I picked up big pickups.
Evan Ingram sucks.
Big people to focus on this week. If you haven't already, waivers should have already gone through, so you might be fucked on all of this about what we're about to say. Dalton Schultz, Dallas Cowboys tight end. Big on him. I know a lot of people are really big on him with Dak Prescott starting to tear it up pretty much week in, week out. Last 2 weeks, he's posted 23 and 14.8, at least in a half PPR league. So obviously more in a full PPR league. They're on a 3 games tear, and they're going to the Giants, which are fucking terrible. So if you haven't already, pick them up. Sorry, kids.
Tua sucks, and he's hurt.
What did you do?
He
now?
just dropped 2 and picked up Mac Jones.
Tua's hurt. Who do you want me to pick up? Jacoby Brissett?
I mean,
Trey Lance?
I don't. Dude,
Carson Wentz?
pick up Justin Fields.
Ooh.
Oh wait, I still have him. Never mind. I thought that's what I dropped for Patterson. But another one to look at is Damian Williams. Montgomery has got slated to 5 to 6 week absence with a sprained knee, I believe it is, knee injury. So Damian Williams will be the starter. He is probably going to be a third down back for sure, if not a little bit more, just because that backfield is pretty slim in Chicago. And with the quarterback issues that they've been having with Justin Fields starting to get going, I think they're going to utilize the run game a lot. So that's also somebody to keep in mind. What do you guys got? Trenton, you got any keeper eyers out?
If you're very desperate to win your league and need to take a huge risk, Josh Gordon just got elevated
Yeah.
to the 53-man roster
Yep, saw that.
for the Kansas City Chiefs. Sounding like he should play this week. I know he'll only have, about a week, maybe a week
Sure.
at the, on the second team kind of to prepare here. But, in the next upcoming weeks, they've been eating that third wide receiver.
Yeah.
And we know Mahomes can throw that dish, then throw that ball out and, do a fucking chest pass like a basketball, too. If he
Yeah.
wants to,
The only hard part is they got so much talent there in Kansas City that it's just so crowded now. I mean, you still got Mecole Hardman. You still got Tyreek Hill. You got Kelsey. You got CEH. You got
I do think Hardman and I forget the other guy's name, their other wide receiver. I think they still have
Sammy
time.
Watkins. Don't they still have him?
No, Watkins, I believe, is on Baltimore now.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they
Oh,
traded
yeah,
him.
that's right.
In the words
They
of
got one
Kelsey,
other guy.
they're just stacked.
Yeah.
In the
Oh, yeah.
literal words of Kelsey. But I think
It'll be good compliments towards Tyreek Hill, though, for sure.
Yes.
I think if you have Tyreek Hill, I think your stock just went up on Tyreek Hill.
Didn't he score like 42 points last week?
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's hard to go up even more.
Well, and here's the thing: defenses are either covering Kelsey or they're covering Hill.
Yeah.
If they can cover both, then you got Josh Gordon now.
Yep.
So I think that's definitely something to keep an eye on in the next coming weeks.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw how Richard Sherman played after not playing for a whole year and a half, and he was a little sloppy at the beginning. He missed a lot of stuff. They were targeting him for sure, but he still covered him pretty damn well.
So you actually asked me about the game, and you said I heard boos. Richard Sherman got booed.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure
he
people
got
don't like
booed
Richard
big
Sherman.
time.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't like him.
And if you lay your hands on women, you're a scumbag.
Well, that too, I guess.
Yeah, that too.
Probably for, beating Patriots all the time, but.
He was in the NFC. He was in the NFC.
In the Super Bowl.
We beat his ass in the Super Bowl.
Well, Wasn't he in the one where they won? Or did you guys not go to the Super Bowl that year?
We beat the Seahawks.
I know the other one.
What
where
other
the
one?
Seahawks won.
No, that was the Broncos. And
He goes.
yeah. Also speaking of people who beat women, John Jones arrested again
I saw that.
last week. The night or 2 nights before the UFC pay-per-view last week, John Jones was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame for his fight with Alexander Gustafsson back in 2013, and within 12 hours after getting his Hall of Fame trophy and getting inducted, arrested. He went out with a couple friends, told his fiance that he was going to a strip club with a couple of his friends, comes back. Then his daughter calls the police saying, there's a disturbance, my father's doing shit and all this. They show up, the wife's just like, he pulled my hair just a tiny bit, but he didn't hit me. And then they go into the room and they see blood on the covers. She's got a cut on the inside of her mouth. John was highly intoxicated, and the day after the incident, he immediately says, he's like, I'm never touching alcohol again. And I'm like, you should have done that a long time ago, buddy.
Yeah, what the heck?
Let's see, you wrapped a Bentley around a pole with 2 hookers in the back in 2012. Then you drunk drived and hit a pregnant lady at an intersection and then ran away, but came back to the car to grab money, and you got stripped of your title for that. Then you got a DUI in New Mexico last year, while also firing a gun in the air. And the cop pulls you over and he's like, what's that green stuff on your lap? After asking, did you hear a gunshot? And your response is, I'm just going for a drive, officer. Not to mention getting popped for steroids, aka, and then blaming it on a gas station dick pill you took because you couldn't get it up.
So why did they wait so long?
Why'd they wait so long for what?
I don't know. Why did they wait for like this other chick to be beat up then?
I don't know, to be honest. John is... Listen, John is
Got money.
John is the greatest fighter of all time, but that guy's got some mega problems. You know who his brother is? Chandler Jones.
Damn.
That's his brother.
Cardinals.
Yeah, and his other brother Arthur won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. So athleticism runs in that family.
Yeah.
It's just a shame because I think it was last year John Jones is basically saying how Dana White tarnished his legacy, and Dana's response to it was, I tarnished your legacy.
Yeah, you tarnish your own legacy.
Yeah. Like, you have some real nerve to blame someone else for saying they tarnished your legacy.
Yeah, speaking of getting fucked up in the club, you see Urban Meyer just got grabbed for, or not grabbed, I guess, but publicly shamed for grabbing a chick's ass in a bar in, I think it was Ohio, at his restaurant.
I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, so he publicly apologized to his team today, saying how his actions were messed up or whatever. And then they asked him if he thought about resigning, and he was like, "No, I didn't think about that at all." So, 0-4, distractions, controversy. What do we think is going to happen with these Jacksonville Jaguars? Do we think this is the first 0-17 team?
Is this run it or done with it? Oh, that was weird.
At this point, why do they have a team?
I mean, it's not bad. It's just kind of long, you know.
Yeah, you gotta like slur it together.
It just amazes me how they still have a team in Jacksonville. Like, they are the second most pathetic franchise in the NFL
The Jets?
history.
Who?
No,
Jets?
the Lions.
The Lions are
The
pretty
Lions are the most pathetic franchise of all time.
Jets gotta be third then, right?
Jets are pretty low,
Yeah,
at least in recent years.
Yeah, but they have a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
I suppose.
Also, you can say the Bengals are up there because they haven't won a playoff game since 1990.
Jeez, dude.
Like, if the NFL were to relocate Jacksonville, I'm trying to think of what a good city for them would be.
Jacksonville. Huh?
Honestly, I think Oklahoma City could be a good place for an NFL team. Oklahoma's a big football state.
North Dakota,
Fargo, yeah.
the Fargo fucktards.
You can't put Fargo with
The Fargo
Tyson
fuckboys.
I suppose.
Oh my
You
God.
got-
Could also do
The Oklahoma City Cousins, baby.
Oklahoma City Cousins.
Where else? They could also go to Alabama.
Let's fuck our cousins tonight.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But do you think relocation is possible for Jacksonville?
I don't know.
At this point?
Probably not in Jacksonville. That market's too
It
hot.
seems like it's kind of big, yeah.
Yeah. It's too hot, and with all the money they just spent this year, I don't think they're going anywhere. But 0-17, do we think it's possible, or do you think they're going to turn it around with Trevor Lawrence and win a
It is
game?
always possible unless they don't want the number 1 overall pick. I remember it was last year the Jaguars were playing the Bears at home.
Didn't they just have the number 1 pick?
Yeah. No, the
We're
Jets
going
were
for it
going to
again.
the Jets were going to get it cuz they were
Yeah.
0-16 and they won and got booed by their own fans for winning. And then Jacksonville played Chicago at home like week 15. The Bears scored a touchdown. The whole crowd erupted cheering.
Because they wanted that first pick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think it was they won week 2 and were 1-1 and then they dropped 14 straight.
Yeah.
I think they're 1-4 after this week.
And who do they have?
So they're playing the Titans this week.
They're not winning the thing.
We
Julio
know-
Jones isn't playing. AJ Brown isn't playing.
They just lost to the Jets,
Yeah, but that's...
and it's in Jacksonville. Last week, I believe.
If the
Because Jacksonville is so loud.
If the Titans lose to the Jags, are Titans 0-17?
Well, they already won 2 games.
No, they get stripped of those wins.
Pretty much.
Or give them to whoever they beat.
How many winless teams are left?
You for sure got the Jags,
Lions.
the Lions. Yeah,
I think
what else
that's
we
it.
got?
I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Just the Jags and the Lions.
So the dream is still alive.
Yep, only
I
4
think
0
it's still
team
mine,
are
yeah.
the Cardinals.
Cardinals are the only one left, huh?
Only one left. Justin, how far do you think Cardinals go until they get a loss?
I'd have to look at their schedule.
Yeah, I'll look it up here for you.
Yeah. I'm still sticking by my prediction, Chandler Jones, Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
Still
Yeah.
like that. So they play Cleveland, Houston,
When?
Green Bay, at San Fran. So one maybe. We'll just say.
Yeah, that's a maybe.
Versus Carolina.
Who knows with that one, too.
Okay, well these are just 2 maybes. At Seattle,
I think they'll win that one.
at Chicago,
They'll win.
versus the Rams.
That's a
We'll
maybe.
say maybe. And then at Detroit.
That's an easy fucking
They're
schedule,
losing
dude.
that game for
Carolina.
sure.
That's an easy ass schedule, dude.
So there's only 3 games, that we just said are maybe for. So do we think it's a possibility until they play San Fran in a couple weeks?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I had them going to the playoffs in my prediction, if I remember
I
correctly.
believe
I
so,
think we
too.
all do. I think they'll probably go to the divisional round for sure, and then I don't know after that. But
Yeah. It's toughy.
They're getting Final Four too, all day with that defense too now. I think they'll be alright.
I guess only time will tell. Who do we think? What?
Time has told, and time is up.
We can keep going all night.
We want to
Are we
run
doing
through
are we doing
the matchups?
Are we
or
doing a fantasy one too?
Sure.
Well, I think that's it for this episode of the normal.
Wait. No, it's not actually. I got something now.
What do you got?
Oh
Just
my
kidding.
goodness.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
Tune in tomorrow for the fantasy episode.
Just follow us on YouTube if you haven't already. I don't know what the fuck you're doing if you lasted this long in this hour-and-a-half episode and haven't subscribed already. We have 2 videos that come out for Fantasy Alone every single week. We got this podcast, once a week.
You got
here as
Q-Tip's
well.
dick pic finally showing up this weekend.
Whoa.
Keep an eye out for that.
I don't know about that.
You
Post
might
that
need
on
him.
Insta story.
You're gonna need a microscope if you want to see it, but
Nah,
keep your eye
I think
out.
you're gonna need a telescope for that.
Hey, listen. All I gotta say is I've had no complaints yet.
There you go.
I'm 8 for 8, maybe 9 for 9, but I don't remember that one.
Wait, so wouldn't that be 8 for 9?
Yeah, that's kind of. I don't know.
So you don't have a perfect record.
But I mean, it's like unknown. You know what I mean?
Did she
I'd
call
say
back?
we call it like a tie. It's like
A tie?
we call it like
Did she call back?
8-1-0. How about that? 8-1-0.
Did she call back?
I don't know. She never called back.
That sounds like a complaint.
I don't think that's a complaint. What you don't call your waiter back and be like, oh, my dinner was really great the other night. Like, what do you mean?
You don't tell them, hey,
Just
that
had a
was
good
really
dinner.
good, thanks.
Wait,
When you
you're
leave?
saying you don't tip your waiter?
Yeah, what, you don't tip your waiter, guy?
I'm sure I got tipped in some other way.
Wait, they tipped you?
Like,
You got tipped?
get some
And
tip-
that does it for the episode tonight. Thank you for tuning in, Bet Records fans. I'm Justin. That's Q-Tip. That's Josh. That's Trenton. We'll catch you later.
Peace.
I like how she move it. I like how she move it. I got that new whip. Jose the dude trip. I like how she move it. I like how she move it.